Alright guys, so in this video today I am going to show you step by step how can you schedule your IELTS exam. So before discussing these steps, I would like to mention here there are two organizations, right? So there are two organizations that conduct IELTS exam. I think you would already know about them. So first one is IDP and second one is British Consul. So there is no difference between these two. Okay, so you can register your IELTS exam through these two organizations. Okay, but one thing here, so there's no difference between these two. It's not like British Consul is easier than IDP or their marking criteria is easier. It doesn't work like this. Okay, both are exactly same in exam difficulty and in marking criteria as well, right? So it doesn't matter which organization you want to choose for registering your IELTS test. Okay, so let me just show you now. So as you can see on my screen, so the moment you will hit IELTS registration on Google, in Google search bar you have to simply write IELTS registration, as you can see on my screen. So you'll get these two links, IELTS IDP India and IELTS registration britishconsul.org. So since I'm in India, so I can see IELTS IDP India link. If you are in some other country, let's say Pakistan, then you'll see maybe IELTS IDP Pakistan, or if you're in another country, let's say Canada, then you will see IELTS IDP Canada.com, right? So now you have, if you want to choose British Consul, if you want to register through British Consul, then you can select this link. If you want to register through IDP, then you can select this link. Okay, so I'm going to explain both how you can register through both these sites. Let's first talk about IELTS IDP. Okay, so here you will get a screen like this, as you can see on the screen. So you'll have to select your test if you want to give computer delivered IELTS, or if you want to give pen and paper based IELTS. So if you're confused which IELTS you have, which test format you need to choose, you can watch my video on IELTS test types, where I have explained step by step how you need to choose whether you want to sit for computer delivered IELTS or whether you want to sit for pen and paper based IELTS. So let's say if you want to choose computer delivered IELTS. Okay, so here you'll select computer delivered IELTS, and then you will select the test module, so whether you want to give academic or you want to give general training. So for students who do not know, so academic is for if you want to move abroad for higher studies, then you have to select academic, or if you want to move abroad for immigration purpose, then you have to select general training. And let's say I'm planning to give my IELTS for immigration purpose, so I'll select general training, and then I can select my city. Let's say I'm in Mumbai right now, so I'll select Mumbai here. You'll select your city where you want to sit for your test. Okay, then simply click on book now. Then it's gonna open a screen like this, where you will see a calendar. This calendar will show you the dates on which you can sit for IELTS. So as you can see, the dates highlighted in green, those dates you can choose, those are available dates. So let's say if I have to choose for 13th May, okay, you can see all these green, right? So these green highlighted dates on the calendar, so you can select any date. Let's say I'll choose 13th. Now I have to choose the time. So I strongly recommend you choose either 9 AM or you choose 1 PM. Do not choose 5 PM to 8 PM time slot. Okay, so let's see, I chose this 1 PM to 4 PM because this will give me additional morning time to prepare if I want to. Otherwise you can choose 9 AM as well. Now this is the test fees. So here in India, I'm in India right now, so I can see the in rupees. Then if you're in some other country, let's say Canada, then you might see in dollar as well. So, and then you have to select this date and simply click on book now. Then you'll get a screen like this. You will have to accept. If you want to read the privacy policy, you can read. Otherwise you will have to anyway you will have to click on accept if you want to register for IELTS. Now here, so here you have to give details. You have to fill your details. So for title, if you you already know, right? You have to fill Mr. or Miss. Okay, so I hope you already know. So here you need to give first name and last name. So I recommend you give whatever is present in your passport. Okay, so in my case, in my passport, I do not have the surname field is empty, so I'm gonna fill first name Ankur Chopra instead of filling Chopra here. In the last name field, I have to give Ankur Chopra here, because you have to fill according to your passport, according to your passport details. I'm not sure if they have mentioned here. Okay, so they have not, but I recommend you give according to your passport. And then you have to provide your email ID. Let's say I have ankur@gmail.com. This is not my Gmail ID. Okay, so then this is my phone number. Of course not. So then passport, I can let's select some fancy number, 19. Okay, and then you will have to give the date. Okay, so here you have to write your you have to enter your passport number. Okay, and then when you can check on your passport when is the last date it's getting expired, or when the date it's valid up to. So let's say my passport is valid up to 11th December 2024, and then you'll have to write your date of birth, and I assume you already know. No? Okay, so it won't take let's say I give 1990. Okay, 1992 11th August. Okay, and then you'll click on proceed, and then you'll get a screen like this. So here you have to fill these details. Now name I have already given. Confirm email, you can just give same. You will have to give same email here, ankur@gmail.com, and then you can confirm your mobile number, and then telephone number if you have some landline number, and then here you fill in your address. Okay, and then city, your city where you're living, or where you're obviously city according to this address. So let me just Mumbai. So do not fill as I am filling here Mumbai and fill in your address. You have to fill your address and your city. Okay, and then state Maharashtra. By the way, I'm not in Mumbai right now, I'm just filling it. So pin code, I don't remember pin code of Mumbai. I'll enter pin code of Pune. City of nationality, then you have to give your city of nationality, which country you belong to. Since I belong to India, I'll add the India here. And then first language, my first language is Punjabi. If your first language is Marathi or Bengali or Telugu, so you have to fill your first language here. And then occupation, so this stream where you are currently working right now, or the stream in which you are studying, right? So like I am currently in telecommunications and media. I'm not in telecommunications and media, but I'll just fill it for your reference. So you have to give the occupation where the sector where you're working, or the stream which you have chosen for your education purpose, or for your education. And then occupation levels, if you are a student, you have to fill here student, or if you are self-employed, you can just select here self-employed. If you are working with some organization, then you can simply select here employee, senior level or medium or junior level. Then why are you taking this test? It's for immigration. If you are selecting academic training, academic test, then academic IELTS test, then you'll have to provide here for higher education course. So this information you see, this address and all these details. No, I think address is important here, city and all these things are important here, but here why are you taking this test, which country you're applying to, so these all they are, I think they use it for survey purpose, because it doesn't matter the purpose for your test, at least to them. Now which country you're applying to, so if you're applying for Canada, you can simply mention Canada. If you're applying for both Australia and Canada, you can mention any country. As I just said, it's just for survey purpose. Okay, so where are you currently studying English? So if you would like to mention here, so you can mention NA if it's not applicable. If you don't want to disclose, you can simply write the city where you are currently studying your IELTS course or English. So what's the level of education you have completed? You can simply choose your level. So if you have only bachelor's degree, you can simply select degree or equivalent. If you have master degree, then you can select postgraduate, and similarly you can select any one of these 4 options. And then how many years you have been studying English, so simply you can select according to how many years you have been studying English. Okay, and then simply click on submit. So here you'll have to upload your document. Here you have to upload first page of your passport copy, and then you will have to upload last page of your passport copy. So you can just scan your passport first page, keep first page and last page as 2 separate documents. And here just to tell you, I'll just passport, okay, and then click on upload. So once it is uploaded, so now which country you are applying to or intending to go, so this is optional step. So if you can read this, I am not sure for what purpose is this. You can request for copies. So if you want your IELTS test copies to be sent directly to academic institutions, government agencies, professional bodies or employers. So sometimes it may happen here where you're going to study, right, the college you are going to study. So it may happen that college also wants the IELTS test copy. So you can just mention which country you are applying to. Let's say your college is in Canada, and then you can select the organization. So so we have a list of different colleges. So let's say I want to send my IELTS test result to Vancouver Island University, right? And then you can write name of the person, of the department to where you want, and then you can write your case number accordingly. So you'll have one file number through which the number you would have, the number that would have been created while creating your file. If you want to ask your agent, you can ask your agent, and then you can add if you want to add more. Let's say, let me just write on core 1 2 3 4 5. So let's say you want to send your IELTS test copy to some other institute as well. So you have applied for 3-4 colleges, then you can simply add more colleges here. Okay, and so you can see result may be sent either electronically or to be posted by these organizations. Center may charge a postal fee for results sent internationally or by courier, so you don't need to be worried about this. So if they ask for your money, then you may have to pay some extra money, and then simply just click on submit. And so you can review your details. So I recommend you review it slowly, step by step. Okay, so just see if your passport number is correct, if the validity date, as you can see on your passport, there is, I think at the bottom right section, so there is one section says valid up to. So this date should be exactly same as on your passport, and then your date of birth. So simply see all these details should be 100% correct. Okay, do not make any mistake here. It's very simple. Take your time and then register. Okay, and then you can click on, once you have reviewed all these details, just click on proceed to pay. Then you'll get a link to pay your fees. You can pay either through net banking, or you can also pay through Visa cards and Master cards. Once you pay, so once the payment is done, once they have received the payment, you will get payment receipt on your email. So the email you would have provided, the email you provided while filling up the registration form. So there you'll get the email, and also you'll get one SMS on your number. Okay, so that's how you will so once you have this your test is registered, you'll get all these details on your email. So the simple process for IDP, very simple process. Okay, so again, as I mentioned in my previous video, so speaking test may or may not happen on the same day when your listening, reading, writing exam is scheduled. So speaking test may happen few days earlier or few days after your LRW test, listening, reading, writing test it. Okay, or it may happen on the same day as well. This completely depends on this organization IDP, how they schedule your test. Now let's see how to register IELTS in British Consul website. Simply you'll write IELTS registration, and then you'll select here, where is British Consul, so you'll get screen like this. Then here you have to select whether you want to sit for IELTS academic or you want to sit for IELTS general training. So let's say if you want to book IELTS academic test, so just click on IELTS academic test, and then you'll have to select country here, country where you want to sit, right? So I cannot select India, because if I'll select India it will give me an error. You cannot proceed because as I just said, only IDP is the only organization that is conducting IELTS tests in India right now. Now let's see if I select Canada, and then so it will ask if you need any special arrangement on your test date. So if you need special arrangements, like I'll show you what these arrangements are. Okay, so you can see if you have some visual difficulties, or if you have some hearing or speaking difficulties problem, or learning difficulties problems, then you will have to read this read whatever is written on this page. So if you require some special arrangements like braille, question paper, scribe and reader, right? So these things, if you want some special arrangements, then only you will select yes, and then you'll have to mention what kinds of arrangements do you want. Now if you do not want any special arrangements, which I think for most of you would it would be no, right? And then when do you want to sit for the test? So here you will select the month. Let's say if I select April 2022, and then you will have to choose location. Location means where you want to, in which city you want to give your IELTS test. So let's say if I select Calgary, and then you'll have to select the center. You can just search this center, how far this center is away from your place, or how far this center is away from the place where you are living right now. Just choose the center which is closer to your place, and then you can tick mark that center. Okay, and as you can see, you have option here, computer delivered exam and paper based exam. So both exams are available. This Southern Alberta Institute of Technology, and then you will select search for TES. So simply you have to select the date. So for April only 30th date is available, 30th April date is available. So I'll select this, and then you need to choose your preferred test format, if you want to give paper-based test or you want to sit for computer delivered IELTS. So let's say if I select computer delivered IELTS, and if you are getting confused which test format you should choose, then you can watch my video on IELTS test types. If you want, I can provide you the link in the description also, and then you can clearly decide there. I have given you the steps that you need to follow. I have provided you one checklist, I think at the last of the video. Yeah, so you can use that checklist to decide whether you should sit for paper based or computer delivered IELTS. Now so you'll select this institute, or you'll select this test center, and then so test start time is 9 AM. You do not have any other slot available. If you will select some other date, then you might get some other slots as well. So you'll choose this test simply, and then so arrival time, so they'll tell you arrival time, test starts and test ends, and then test location. So you have this complete address. Okay, so you will have to pay this 309 Canadian dollars, since I choose Canada as my test country, right? And then you can also choose speaking test here. So okay, so now they have given the option, you can choose date for your speaking test as well, and then they'll give you the time for your speaking test. So obviously once you complete, I think your IELTS test would get completed at around 11:45, and then you can choose a time according to your preference. Okay, and then you can choose the speaking slot for speaking test, and thus just complete Okay, so here you have to select on create an account if you don't have account on British Consul website. If you already have an account, then you can simply add details. You can log in. So let me see if it takes my credentials or not. Okay. Okay, so maybe my password which I'm entering is not correct, so I'll have to create account. And once you register, okay, so let me just show you here. You can write 16th October 1991 number 2. Anyway, then you can write here your email ID. You can choose some password and then I agree, and then you can select on register. Okay, right, and then you can log in through your email ID info at so you will have to give your email ID. Okay, do not give this info@ieltsonlinecoaching.com. that's my email ID. Now simply get the password here. So you can simply click on book test. Okay, and then who are you booking test for? So you have to select myself. If you are booking for some other person, then you can add their details, and then this will have your name, date of birth, email address. If you want to change, okay, so you cannot change, right? So country, your country of residence, the same details you have to fill up here. Please add your address here, then your town, zip code, postal code, state Maharashtra for an example, and then mobile number, right? So here, okay, so I gave Canadian. I'll have to give Canadian number here. Which field is not getting matched? So anyway, guys, yeah, simple steps, same steps we just saw in IDP. So similar steps you will see here as well. You'll have to give your details like I was just giving. You have to fill up your address, name, and all these details, and then simply follow all these steps, simple steps, similar steps as we as I just described for IDP. And then you can click on final payment, and you can pay the amount, and you will get your registration. You'll get receipt for the payment on your email ID, and then you'll get the test registration details as well on your email ID as well as number. So here I think I'll have to give I'll have to change my number according to Canadian number, or maybe I'll have to give town Canadian town, because if I would have selected India, then it would have been very simple for me. Okay, so let's try if it works. No, it doesn't. Okay, so you can just mention your details here. You can just add your details and simply follow all these steps and book your test. Because I'm in India right now, I cannot select India, otherwise it would not allow me to reach here and give details. All right, so that's it from this video. If you guys have liked this video, if you have got some information from this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel for more informational videos on IELTS. I'm on a mission, guys. I'm on a mission to make IELTS as simple as copy and paste for you all. So please support me and motivate me so that I can create more videos. All right, so thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video.